Good morning, students. In our last class, we discussed about RL circuit and RLC circuit. In our today's class, we are going to discuss about RLC series circuit. Let us consider a resistor element R and a inductor L and C is connected in series with the are connected in series like this. Let us consider VR is the voltage across the inductor resistor, VL is the voltage across the capacitor, VC is the voltage across the capacitor. Now these three series element is excited by a AC supply, that is V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So let us see here, XL is equal to 2 pi FL and Xc is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc. This is nothing but the XL is called inductive reactance and Xc is called capacitive reactance. Let us see how the phasor diagram is drawn for a RLC series circuit. So let us consider I as a reference. So now I am drawing the I like this. Next we have to draw V. R. VR means nothing but the voltage across the resistor. Already we seen in previous classes, when a resistor is existed, the voltage is in phase with the current. That means in the same path. So this is the VR. Next in our circuit we have the inductive, that means there is a inductive voltage VL. So this is also we seen in previous classes, that is when there is a pure inductance is present in the circuit, then current is lagging by 90 degrees or voltage is leading with the 90 degrees. So here I am taking voltage here, that is VL. And next coming to the capacitor, so it contains the voltage VC. So this is also we know that the capacitor voltage is lags by 90 degrees compared to the current. So this is the VC. Okay na? So this is about VR, VL and VC, but we have to find out the V. Okay na? What is the total applied voltage V? So this can be drawn like this. Here we are taking VL minus VC. So sometimes there is a VL will be greater, sometimes VC will be greater. We can see these cases later. Now let us consider practically inductance value is more compared to the capacitive values. That's why I am taking here VL minus VC, and if you write the parallel line here, this is VL minus VC. So the product of these two, we get V is equal to I into Z. So in this way we can draw the phasor diagram of a RLC series circuit. So from the phasor diagram we can observe that V. How can we find out this way? If we consider this triangle, this is like a right angle triangle. From this we have to find out hypotenuse h square is equal to side square plus side square. From this triangle we can find out V is equal to VR square plus VL minus VC whole square. VL minus VC whole square. After that, here see here I am current is existed in all the elements, so I am taking the current outside from the root, and this is the remaining value. So V is equal to I into square root of R square plus XL minus XC. Next, I is equal to, from here we are getting I is equal to V by square root of R square plus XC square. Here this is called Z, impedance of the series RLC circuit, square root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. So this is the impedance value of the total RLC circuit. This is about the current. Next, let us see how the phase angle. So how can we find out this phase angle? So here also this is the phi value. So here we have to find out the tan phi. From this we can find out tan phi is equal to VL minus VC, that means opposite side by adjacent side. This is the adjacent side, this is the opposite side. So here from this triangle we can find out tan phi is equal to VL minus VC by R. So now I am replacing VL as a I into XL, VC as a I into XC, and actually this is VR. Okay na? Next, here also there is a current I. So totally we are cancelling these I values, and finally we are getting XL minus XC by R. This is the tan phi value. So actually we have to find the phase angle phi only. So this phi is equal to tan inverse of XL minus XC into R. So what about the power in series RLC circuit? Means V into I into cos phi. Next, power factor is equal to cos phi VR by V. This is also we can taken from the this phasor diagram. Cos phi is equal to VR by V. That means from the trigonometry we can find out this cos phi. Here we have to consider three cases for RLC series circuit analysis. So what are those three cases? First case, see here VL minus VC. So here the first case is if XL is greater than XC, that means inductive reactance is greater than the capacitive reactance. That means indirectly XL is greater than XC. What happens if XL is greater than XC? So if you see here, XL is greater than XC means the entire circuit becomes inductive circuit. That means the entire circuit acts like a RL circuit, and the phasor diagram also becomes like this. So how the phasor diagram drawn previously in RL circuit, okay na? So this is about, and the entire circuit becomes lagging circuit, okay na? So this is about case 1. So we have to remember these things. Means what happens if XL is greater than XC. If the circuit is XL is greater than XC, then entire circuit becomes inductive circuit. Okay na? And the power factor is in lagging. These are the two important things we have to remember. Next, case 2. So what is case 2? X is greater than XL. So that means the capacitive reactance is greater than inductive reactance. What happens if the capacitive reactance is greater than inductive reactance? Means our entire RLC circuit becomes, it acts like a RC circuit. Okay now, why? Because this inductive reactance is less compared to the capacitive reactance. That means Xc is greater than XL. So the entire RLC circuit acts like a capacitive circuit. So if it acts like a capacitive circuit, then the power factor becomes is positive. So and phase angle is negative, but power factor cos phi is positive and the current is in leading. Okay na? And the phasor diagram is like this. See here, this is the current and it is lagged by 90 degrees. Voltage is lagging with 90 degrees. Okay na? This is the impedance diagram for RLC series circuit when X is greater than XL. Next, third case, X is equal to XL. That means if XL is equal to XC. In RLC circuit, if XL is equal to XC, then what happens? So XL minus XC becomes 0. That means the entire circuit acts like a resistive circuit. Okay na? So the current and voltages are in phase. That means the power factor is unity. So this is about the RLC series circuit. We have to remember 3 cases. First case is XL is greater than XC. What happens if XL is greater than XC? Means the entire circuit acts like a inductive circuit and the phase angle is positive and power factor is in lagging. This is happen when XL is greater than XC. When XL is less than XC, that means capacitive reactance is more in the circuit. Then our entire RL circuit acts like a capacitive circuit. Then the phase angle becomes negative and the power factor is in leading position. Next, case 3, XL is equal to XC. That means capacitive reactance is equal to inductive reactance. XL is equal to XC means there is no reactive reactance is presented in the circuit. Only resistive elements is present in the circuit. So here the voltage and currents are in phase like this. Okay na? This is about RLC series circuit. Let us see the problem on RLC series circuit. So this is the problem related to RLC series circuit. Let us see what is the problem given in the circuit. An inductive coil having the resistance of 8 ohms and inductance of 80 millihenries is connected in series with a capacitance of 1000 microfarads across 150 volts 50 Hz. Calculate A, current, B, power factor, C, voltage drop in the coil and capacitance. So here given that inductive coil means it is the combination of inductor and a resistor. Everyone must remember this thing. If any problem they given a inductive coil means indirectly they given a inductor and a resistance value. Okay na? That's why he mentioned a resistance as a 8 ohms and capacitor is also given as a 80 millihenries and inductance is given as a 80 millihenries, capacitance is given as a 100 microfarads and supplied voltage is 50 volts. This is the given data. First of all we have to draw the circuit diagram. This is the circuit diagram given, that means RLC series circuit and supplied with the voltage of V and RL. This combination of R and L is called as a inductive coil and is connected in series with the C. This is the diagram for the given problem. And after that, for every problem we have to write the what is the data given in the problem. So given data is resistance R is equal to 8 ohms, inductance is equal to 8 millihenries. Milli means 10 to the power of minus 3, that's why I am writing 0.08 henries, and capacitance of C is equal to 100 microfarads. Micro means 10 to the power of minus 6, so I am writing like this. Next we have to find out omega, that means radians per second. 2 pi f 50, 2 pi into 50, that is equal to 314.16 radians per second. While we are calculating all these things, we have to remember one thing is our calculator must be in radians mode. Okay na? So let us calculate XL. Here in our problem they give only value of L, that's why we have to calculate the XL and XC values. So already we know that how to calculate XL. XL is equal to 2 pi FL and XC is equal to 1 by 2 pi FL. So XL is equal to 2 pi FL. If you replace all these things, we get 2 pi into 50 into 0.08. So if we calculate, we get 25.13. Next after that we have to calculate ZC, that means nothing but XC. Okay na? 1 by 2 pi FC. If we replace all these values, 2 pi into 50 into 100 into 10 to the power of minus 6, we get 31.83. This is about XC. Now we have to calculate the impedance Z. Z is equal to R plus JXL minus XC. So that is equal to 8 plus J 25.13 minus 31.83. This is about the values, and if you replace all these values, we get 8 minus J 6.7. This same value we are writing in polar form. This 8.67 is a rectangular form. Now we have to convert this into polar form. This is the rectangular form. Now we are converted into polar form. In polar form we get that as a 10.435 at an angle minus 33.35. This is about the impedance. Now we have to calculate what is the current I flow in the circuit and power factor of the circuit and voltage drop in coil. Coil means combination of R and L, and voltage drop in the capacitor. So let us find out current drawn from the supply. See, so general formula for current I is equal to V by Z. Here V is given as a 150 volts. Okay now, so they are not mentioning any angle beside the voltage, that's why I am taking it as a reference 150 at an angle 0 degrees, and already we calculate Z value as a 10.435 at an angle minus 39.35. If you simplify this value by using calculator, we get 11.02 plus J 9.26. This is the rectangular form. Now we convert this rectangular into polar form. So polar form value is 14.375 at an angle 39.95. This is nothing but the value phi, phase angle. Okay, no? So actually we consider phase angle at Z. Here we are getting this phi. This minus 39.95 is considered as a phase angle for a system. Okay, na? So let us see power factor. How is the power factor? Cos phi is equal to cos of 39.95, that is equal to 0.765. This is the power factor of the circuit. Next, voltage drop in the coil. Coil means we have to consider both resistor and inductor. Okay, na? If he mentioned particularly only find out the voltage across resistor and inductor, means we divided two things. That means voltage across resistor V in R is equal to I into R, and voltage across the inductor is equal to V into IR, VL into IR. But here he asked about the at voltage across the coil. That means it is the combination of resistor and inductor. So what is the combination of this resistor and inductor? Means resistance value is 8 and inductance value is already we calculate XL as a 25.13, this value. So now the coil impedance is R plus J XL. So let us see here, Z is equal to R plus J XL, 8.8 plus J 25.13. Then voltage V is equal to I into ZL. Here we are not considering the angle at current, so we are considering I as a reference here. So I am taking I at an angle 0 into ZL at an angle phi. So these are the values, and we substitute these values, we get VL is equal to 115.1 plus J 361.24. Same value we can find out in polar form also. This is about the voltage drop in the coil. Next, voltage drop in the capacitance. How can we find out this voltage drop in the capacitance? Means impedance across the capacitor and current flowing through the capacitor. So already we calculate the current I. This current is flowing through the all elements. Why? Because all are connected in series. So same current flows through the capacitor also, and impedance of the capacitor is ZC. Already we calculate ZC as a here ZC as 31.83. Okay, so finally we are getting 1.475 into 31.13 at an angle minus 90. Why we are using here minus 90? As it is actually XC is equal to minus JXC. That's why I am taking minus 90 here. So if you simplify this value, we get 457.58 at an angle minus 90. So if we convert this into rectangular form, we are getting this as a minus J457.58. This is about the voltage across the capacitor. So this is the problem on RLC series circuit. So in our next class we discuss some problems on RL and RC circuit. Okay, na? Thank you. Please call me if you have any doubts regarding this topic. Okay, na? Thank you, Amma.